design allows for a steady stream of mobs to spawn and drop into the kill chamber. Once I arrived, I rushed inside to battle the pillagers that inhabit this place. I fought off Vindicators and Evokers. Welcome back, gamers, to another exciting episode of Minecraft Monday. Minecraft Monday, Minecraft Monday, Minecraft Monday, Minecraft Monday. Bum, 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 bum. Today I am tackling a challenge that's been bugging me. Farming mobs manually is such a hassle. I need a steady supply of gunpowder to craft fireworks for my Electra, so my main mission is to build an automatic mob farm. But first, we'll need to gather some materials. First, I need bamboo. We'll need a ton of it to craft scaffolding for our mob farm design. Blocks. Any solid blocks or grass blocks where we can plant bamboo. Observers and pistons, an equal number of each. Redstone dust for the circuit. Rails and powered rails to create our rail system. Lever to activate the powered rails. Minecart hopper to collect the bamboo, and hopper and chest for storage. Building the bamboo farm. Let's start by assembling a small rail system using powered and regular rails. In the center, we'll place the hopper and the chest for storage. Then, activated the powered rails with the lever. Next, we'll add the minecart hopper or minecart hopper on top of the rail system to collect the bamboo. Above the rails, we'll place grass blocks where the bamboo will grow. Now let's add a layer of hopper above the bamboo, and on top of those we'll place the pistons. Above the pistons we'll set up a layer of observers, and behind them we'll connect redstone dust. Whenever the bamboo grows, the observers will detect it and activate the pistons to push the bamboo down. The Minecraft hopper will then collect the bamboo and funnel it into the chest below. With this setup, we'll have a passive way to gather bamboo, making our lives a whole lot easier. To build scaffolding, we also need string, but I don't want to venture out just to find it. Luckily, I discovered a spider spawner in a mine shaft beneath my base, and I plan to turn this into a manual spider farm. When spiders are defeated, they drop strings and spider eyes, which are both incredibly useful. With my looting sword, this will be one of the best ways to gather the string I need. Setting up the spider farm. First, I'll light up the spider spawner to deactivate it while I work around it. Next, clear out a room around the spawner, creating a space that's about 16 blocks long, 8 blocks wide, and 8 blocks high. It's important for the room to be dark for the spawner to function. So we'll make sure to give the spiders enough room to spawn. To guide the spiders towards me, I'll utilize Minecraft's water mechanics. I'll place water source on each side of the room, funneling the spiders towards the center. Then I added another water source in the middle to pull them into a hole where I could easily swing my sword at them. With this manual farm set up, I'll have a steady supply of strings and spider eyes to help me craft all the scaffolding I need. Another essential item I need for the automatic mob farm is a trident, which can be obtained from drowned zombies that wield them. The drop rate is quite low, so I'll need to defeat multiple drowned before finally securing a trident. Building the automatic mob farm. Now that we have the trident, it's time to start constructing our automatic mob farm. I plan to build it over the ocean to minimize the number of mobs that can spawn nearby. First, I'll build up about 130 blocks high, using the scaffolding to reach the desired height, creating the kill chamber. I'll begin working on the automatic kill chamber for the mob farm. I'll create a platform wide enough for us to work on and lay down 4 pistons in a specific pattern. Make sure to follow this layout. Each piston, I'll place a redstone torch to ensure they function correctly. Next, I'll add observers facing those redstone torches. At the center of the chamber, I'll place hay bales to prevent mobs from dying instantly due to fall damage. Once that's done, I'll cover the chamber with smooth stone blocks. Now I'll throw the trident into the chamber. It doesn't matter what durability the trident has, it won't break in this setup. When I activated the pistons, the trident will move around the chamber, and each movement will count as an attack, turning this into an automatic kill chamber. Setting up the storage system. Below the kill chamber, I'll add a storage system to collect the items dropped by the mobs. I'll use a minecart hopper to suck out the items from the hay bales and connect a system of hoppers and chests for the storage. Next, I'll pillar up further to create a drop tube for the mobs to drop down to the kill chamber. I'll extend this tube about 30 blocks high. At the top, I'll build a 10 by 10 platform where the mobs will spawn. After constructing the platform, I'll add smooth stone blocks as walls at each corner, topped with a layer of stairs. On the platform itself, I'll place scaffolding on every block except for the hole where the mob will fall. I'll also add 4 buttons around the tube to trick the mobs into thinking that the hole is a full block, causing them to fall down. Creating the spawning mechanism. On the layer of stairs, I'll add water source to push the mobs into the hole, forcing them to drop into the kill chamber. Behind the stairs, I'll place full blocks to block sunlight from entering, ensuring that the spawning area remains dark. Once the first spawning layer is complete, I'll move on to the second platform. following the same steps and leaving a 2x2 hole at the center. I'll be creating a total of 4 spawning layers, topping the structure with a full block roof and half slabs to prevent mobs from spawning on the roof. As you can see, this design allows for a steady stream of mobs to spawn and drop into the kill chamber. I'll activate a lever and close the trapdoor, then AFK in this spot. Don't forget to equip your looting 3 sword to increase the drop rate. After extending the storage system, I've AFK for an hour and see the results. This exceeds my expectations. We now have a passive way to collect important mob items like gunpowder, bones, rotten flesh, string, spider eyes, redstone, enchanted equipment, all armor, and more, all from simply AFKing. I'm on a mission to find one of my favorite mobs in the game, the Allay. To rescue them, I need a map, so I'll assign a villager the cartographer job, and by trading with them, I can eventually get the Woodland Explorer map. This will lead me to the Woodland Mansion, where I might find an Allay. After securing the map, I saddled up my trusty steed, Roberto, and brought along my dog, Diego, for this long journey. We're at the corner of the map, so I headed a few thousand blocks away from our base to see if the indicator would move. I've traveled primarily by land and sea, and I let Diego ride in the boat while I attach a lead to Roberto. Excitement built as our courser finally moved. However, I soon found myself in a dire situation in a snowy biome. The new powdered snow behaves like a quicksand, giving a freezing effect and a ticking damage. Unfortunately, this deadly combination claimed the lives of both Roberto and Diego. I barely made it out alive, even though I was overpowered. I lost my beloved horse and dog to a simple block of powdered snow. Determined to find the mansion, I decided to use a chunk finder instead of the old-fashioned method, which also seems to backfire. I equipped my Electra, used some fireworks, and flew over to the mansion's location. Once I arrived, I rushed inside to battle the pillagers that inhabit this place. I fought off Vindicators and Evokers. And thanks to my preparation with top-notch armor and weapons, we managed to eradicate the threats inside. Unfortunately, I found no allays in the prison cells. Undeterred, I searched for another mansion a few thousand blocks away and eventually located another one. Inside this mansion, I finally found the allays I was looking for. Before I set them free, I needed to deal with the aggressive residents. After clearing out all the enemies and ensuring the area is safe, I released the allays and gave each one a dirt block. To tame an allay, you simply assign a block for them to carry. Once they start following you with the block, you know they're tame. Satisfied with the number of allays I've fed and tamed, I begun the long journey back home. I can't use my Electra as the allays does fly a bit slower than us, and it's not like dogs that it will teleport once it gets certain range away from you. So we have to travel through land and sea, losing a few allays along the way. During our return, I raided a desert temple for its loot and discovered several different biomes along our way. After a few hours of traveling thousands of blocks, I finally reached home. I tied each surviving allay to a lead and securing them in our barn. Allays are one of my favorite mobs because they're incredibly useful. Whatever block you gave them, they will pick up the same type of blocks dropped nearby and bring them to you, making them a perfect helper for a manual farm. In the last episode, I completed the base of our nether portal sword in the overworld, and now I'm ready to work on the sword's tip in the nether. I started by laying out the width of the sword using obsidian. Once I established how wide it should be, I moved on to the walls that I would encase the portal. I opted for glass so I could see the beautiful landscape of the nether. After securing the portal with glass, I focus on the design of the portal itself. Since we're going for a sword theme, I shaped the end of the portal to resemble a tip of a sword. I use a combination of nether brick fence and red nether brick walls to match the style of the overworld portal. Once I was satisfied with the portal design, I turned my attention to the ground. I used grass blocks around the portal to create a seamless transition from the nether to the overworld. To enhance the sword's illusion, I added overworld blocks extending outward from the sword, giving the impression that the portal is leaking into our world. I really love how the build turned out. It shows a tip from the end of the nether, and when we go to the overworld, we'll see the rest of the sword. As you may know, we recently lose my horse and Diego the doggo on our very first adventure together. So to commemorate their memories, I will build a tombstone for them, but for now, I think this should be okay here. This would be for our horse. I think I called him Roberto. Not really sure. And here's where Diego was. I'm gonna put today's date. 10/28. You have been a valiant warrior, and you guys had served us well. So you will be forever commemorated on your own gravestones in here. So I'm gonna make this just tradition. Remove my hat. You folks have been a really great help on our adventure on finding a mansion. This day we will commemorate your brave and valiant efforts in helping us on our adventure. I do apologize if I had been so oblivious on how dangerous that adventure was. I do hope wherever you guys are, you're well. Roberto, Diego the Dogo, I missed you now. So you're gonna be my horse. I don't know how this would sound. This had been an eventful part. We built the mob farm, and it's been a great adventure as well. We managed to find 2 mansions, and we liberated these allays, which will definitely stay with us for as long as we need them. Although we had lost a few companions, we will make this as a monument for their efforts and for contributions to our cause. I really like this music. Anyways, I do hope I see you guys on the next part, and I do hope you enjoyed today's part as well. And until our next adventure, this is King Floyd, and you guys have a good one. And I'll see you guys on the next part. King Floyd out, and this has been Minecraft Monday. Goodbye.